Hello, and welcome to Whole and Healthy Use meditation class on July 22nd, 2022. We today are going to be working on self-forgiveness. So a lot of folks who are in recovery, guilt and shame is a huge part of their process while they're actively using, and then also as they are getting sober and they're thinking about the consequences that led to them getting sober and the people who they may have hurt along the way. And the problem with guilt and shame is that it really keeps you stuck there. One way to feel triggered is to feel the depths of the emotions of guilt and shame. And if berating yourself works to keep people sober, then I would say to do it. But what we know is it doesn't. It very rarely helps to be down on yourself when you're trying to make changes. So today we're going to do a guided meditation on self-forgiveness. And this may be a helpful meditation for you, even if you're not struggling with guilt and shame around substance use in particular. All of us have to be easier on ourselves. All of us are way too hard on ourselves. So this particular meditation comes from Refuge Recovery, which now has an offshoot and an evolution that we really encourage folks to participate, called Dharma Recovery. These are 12-step programs that are using some of the fundamental principles of Buddhism and meditation to couple 12 steps with meditation to try to help people on their journey. As many of you know, the 11th step is all about contemplation and meditation. So these kind of philosophies meld very well together. This is not a religious teaching per se, but this is more just a foundational framework for which a lot of the Dharma Recovery and Refuge Recovery work is done. This particular meditation can be easily found on the Refuge Recovery website. So to begin, as always, I would like you to sit comfortably in a position that is relaxed and upright, or on the ground and in touch with the earth. And if you feel comfortable, please close your eyes. Taking some deep breaths, allowing your abdomen to rise and fall with each breath. And just take the moment to release any unnecessary tension by allowing your belly to soften, your jaw to soften, your shoulders to relax. Begin to say to yourself, I forgive you as much as I can in this moment. Breathe into your heart center and see how it feels. Are you open to it? Your own forgiveness? With each breath, allow your heart to open more and more. I forgive me as much as I can in this moment. Notice if things come up that are difficult for you, that you may judge within yourself, things that you suffer about. And even if you don't believe it, they say, fake it till you make it. Take a deep breath in, opening your heart a little more. I forgive me as much as I can in this moment. I forgive me for feeling unworthy. I forgive me for feeling less than. I forgive me for being so critical, hearing the negative thoughts of this judging mind. I forgive me as much as I can in this moment. Feel free to think about earlier versions of yourself. You as a kid, you as a teenager, you a couple days ago. I forgive me as much as I can in this moment. I forgive me for all the ways I caused myself harm, both intentionally and unintentionally, through my actions, my words, and my thoughts. I send forgiveness to my mind. I send forgiveness to my heart. If you see that your mind starts to wander, maybe it starts to tell you things you have to do later or plans you have to make, or it's reaching back in time to memories that are coming up, come back to the phrase over and over again. I forgive me as much as I can in this moment. Take another moment and send more forgiveness to your mind. What are the difficult parts of your brain? The parts that give you trouble? Forgive them. Does your mind have a tendency to be in fear, be in worry, be in anger, be in longing or craving? Forgive the worrying mind. Forgive the judging mind. Forgive the fearful mind. Forgive the craving mind. Forgive your mind. Forgive any part of your mind that is addicted to substances, to people, to behaviors. Forgive the part of your mind that struggles. with addiction. Forgive yourself for taking it personally. Forgive that self-centered tendency that part of us becomes so identified with, of our thoughts and our feelings. Forgive me for taking it all so personally and believing these untruths, these thoughts, these false thoughts that enter my head. I forgive me for believing them. I forgive my mind for all the ways it has lied to me. I forgive my heart. I forgive my wounded heart. I forgive my broken heart. Many times we put an armor or shield around our heart, trying to avoid pain or betrayal or loss. As you forgive your heart, you can take the armor away. It's safe to open up your heart, to put down the shield. I forgive me as much as I can in this moment. Now send forgiveness to your body, this physical body that craves pleasure and avoids pain. Your body that is subject to sickness and aging and death. Forgive the body. We often judge our bodies for not looking a certain way, not feeling a certain way, not having enough energy. Send forgiveness to this miraculous, wonderful body that has been carrying you around all the years of your life. I forgive my body. Expand to the understanding that there is nothing unforgivable about you. There is nothing unforgivable about you. There is nothing unforgivable about you. No matter what you've done, no matter where you've been, you can forgive you. I forgive me. Much of the harm that we've caused in our lives came out of confusion and ignorance that we had. I forgive me for being so confused that I lied, that I stole, that I hurt myself, that I hurt others. I forgive me as much as I can in this moment. I have mercy on myself. I forgive me as much as I can in this moment until you mean it, until you believe it, until you feel it. Now take a few minutes and use your own first name. Say your name in your mind. Say your name and then say, I forgive you, as much as I can in this moment. Calling on yourself and then repeating, I forgive you, as much as I can in this moment. Say it over and over, using your own name. I forgive me as much as I can in this moment. I forgive my mind. I forgive my heart. I forgive my body. I forgive my past. I forgive myself for all the ways that I've been confused. I forgive myself for all of the dead ends I've sought happiness in. I forgive me as much as I can in this moment. Take a deep breath in, allowing your lungs to fully fill with air, and slowly breathe it out. When you're ready, open your eyes and bring yourself back to this moment, reminding yourself that at any time is the right time to forgive yourself. And at any time, if you find that negative voice in your mind filling you with guilt or shame, it's a wonderful time to just pause, say your name to yourself, and say, I forgive me as much as I can in this moment. Thank you so much for coming to class today, and we hope to see you again.